Hello everybody, I am Cecilia. Welcome to my channel. This is Happy Wallet Studio, where we talk about budget, sinking funds, saving, just trying to make a better life for ourselves. So I have a lot of things to cover today. I have been watching my how July is doing, and I do have to put my trackers up to date, so I thought to do it together with you. So this is what what we have been up to during the beginning of the month. Let me make this a little closer. So this is what I do when I just check once or twice during the week and make sure that everything is going as planned. So I added this market that we did. It's food. It's a grocery market for $14.95, and I'm gonna go over exactly what is on my checking account. I do feel I have to track everything just to make sure that all of my categories are matching what I budget. So, and the only way for me to do that and make sure that everything is going as planned is tracking everything. So food was the first item that we got. I'm just gonna speed this up so you don't have to wait that long. So now it matches exactly with what I have on my checking account up to the last bill that cleared. And this is what I have left over. So then I have to move on. Well, actually, let's do the trackings. Okay, so there are just two or three. This is what I created at the beginning of the month, or actually at the end of June. This is July, and for this pay period, and when my husband and I got paid, bills, variable expenses, and sinking funds. All of the sinking funds and what I use, there's the dollar amount, are the stuff, the categories that I pull cash for. So the only ones that I pull cash are food, fun, and health and beauty. These are sinking funds. This is separate because I pull exactly the amount that I calculate, and it just goes straight to my envelopes. In this case, for the food, the fun, and the health and beauty. Fun and health and beauty, I actually treat it more like a sinking fund, like an ongoing sinking fund. I just put whatever amount I can, and I just leave it in my wallet. When I use it, I know it's there. Like when I need it, I know it's there, and I just pull the cash, I track it, and it's all good. For food, this is the amount that more or less we spend during this pay period. So and that amount I do have it in cash in my wallet. I do groceries, anything I consider food, anything that's groceries, household, eating out, all of that is in here. I didn't want to deal with the eating out separate from the groceries. I go to a supermarket and they also sell household stuff. So, and I just put everything in one cart up. So in my case, I have everything under food. And to me, I know that is all of that. Household, groceries, eating out, anything that's related to food, it's there. So I am here. This is, I already set my trackers. This main tracker up to date is exactly what I have in my checking account. So then I come to my what I call mini trackers. And those are for the variable expenses. For example, I have Affirm. I calculate $70 for Affirm for this pay period. So I track that. Food is separate. I also track miscellaneous. I track gas and SunPass, that's tolls for transportation. And let's pull this from my envelope right here and here. Okay. So after, let's leave this on the side. Okay. So after I have this in here, I go to my variables. Why? Because I want to make sure that my variables are still on track. So gas and SunPass, that's transportation. Miscellaneous, I haven't spent anything yet, and Affirm. So just go through the list, and I'm checking for Affirm now, and just want to make sure that there's no Affirm. And there's one Affirm here. So I come to the mini tracker, 710. It's Affirm, so I know it is Affirm. And I'm just gonna round it up. I don't really mind about the cents for this tracker. So $22.77, that's $23 to me. I have 27 left from what I calculated, so there's only $4 left. And I hope there's no more Affirm until the 15th when this period ends. So Affirm is done. Then I go miscellaneous. And in miscellaneous, let's see. Whatever is not highlighted. What is highlighted, I already did. Miscellaneous. There's one miscellaneous here for Walgreens. I'm not really sure. Well, I think I do know. It's my daughter went to Walgreens to get she has eczema, so sometimes she gets like a special soap or whatever that doesn't hurt her skin. So this is 7.7 for Walgreens, and she spent $10, so there's $60 left on miscellaneous. I continue through the list. Miscellaneous. There's another miscellaneous for Canva. I just signed up for Canva. It's actually very fun. And it's something that I want to keep. And not for July, because it was one of those things that I planned and didn't plan. I wasn't sure where I was gonna put this expense. So for the month of August, I'm gonna start treating it as a bill. So $18. So I'm so bad with math, especially when I'm doing this. Okay, so 42. Just want to make sure that everything is good. So okay, so I have $42 in miscellaneous, and I have nothing else. So this goes to the side. It's done. Gas and SunPass, that's my transportation. So there's gas here, and this was my daughter. Let's do gas for $20, and then there's more gas. There's a SunPass on the 8th. SunPass refills the card, like my account refills every $30, so I don't have to like do, $10 that we used to have it that way with $10 refills. So yeah, I increase it to 30 because now there's more cars going around the city. Okay, so 84, it's what was left, minus 20, so there's 64. 64 minus 30, so I have $34 for gas and SunPass until the end of the pay period. And that is that. This is all I do for my mini trackers. And they come right back. Now I know that the trackers are up to date. So now I have to place the budget up to date. And it's basically the same thing. Here, I just want to make sure that the bills were paid and how much they charge us. So pretty much the same thing, I guess. I just go through my list. This is the tracker. And just making sure whatever is a bill is marked. The garden, I know I put it under variable. It's actually not really a variable. When I first, when I began doing this, I didn't have a space in here to write the garden or like the coach. Sometimes the whole coach happens, sometimes the coach doesn't happen. So I decided that the amount is the same. I decided to leave it there. Garden, I didn't have the space, so that's why it's there, and I kind of got used to it. So garden, they were here last week, so there's $40 they already charged. Walgreens gas, this is variables that I already tracked there. Okay, this is my in-laws home in Lima in Peru. And right now we just sent $38 just to keep up with maintenance, and I think there's a tax there or whatever, so there's $38 that we have to send. Netflix, $22.68. So I go to Netflix. Okay, so I budgeted 20 and right now it's $22.68, which means to me they have increased. I don't know if last month or the month before. I have to check my previous budget for Netflix, but you know, it's $23, $22.68. I just rounded up to 23. So for August I have to do $23 at least to match it. Prime, that's $15.83. Prime, Amazon Prime. So that's $16. I budgeted 15, so I mean almost, but not quite. And then continue through the list. Food, you know, it's separate. I'm gonna tell you how I did this one. My envelopes, they're not here. Well, they are, but you know, it's like this, all spread out, and includes cash and fun and health and beauty. So I do not count this when I close my budget, when I close the month. Progressive, this is insurance, $19.84, so that's $20 for Progressive, and that is right here. So I did 22. I think I'm gonna leave it at 22 for now. They actually charge $20. SunPass is the mini trackers. Paramount Plus, 15, 16. So because it's 16 cents, I'm just gonna leave it at $15. So this is good. Canva is not here. I'm treating it as miscellaneous on my mini tracker, at least for now. Affirm is also a mini tracker. And my mortgage, this is the big ticket for the beginning of every month. That's $27.22. $27.22 for mortgage. It's actually like $50 less than this. At some point, there is like some sort of insurance that's included in the mortgage payment that they dropped it because we reach, I don't know, a certain amount, a percentage paid. So instead of, just keeping the $50 for me, we decided to send those $50. It's not a huge amount compared to the debt, in a home, but it is something. So I decided to keep this amount, the $27.22 that we pay for mortgage, and that $50 difference, I'm sending it to the principal. 2722, in our case, we have everything bundled up. We have mortgage, we have interest, and we have no interest. It's insurance and taxes. So we don't get a separate bill for taxes. Everything is here. All right, so everything on my tracker is already here. I know what they haven't. I think they charged this at the end of June. I'm pretty sure they charge Disney at the end of June. But let me mark it in pencil so I know. I need to check my account. Okay, so this is how my brain works. Right now, I have this amount on my checking account, $796, right? And I'm being really transparent. I have always treat my numbers very private, me and my husband. I'm being very transparent, so please be kind. Right now, $796, but I think he already paid this off, so I'm not gonna, because it's like the second month that I don't. This is an Apple Card that my husband has. It is dead, so I'm gonna ask him because it's the second month that I don't see them charging. But Geico, this is car insurance. We have 3 cars. We have my car, my husband, and my daughter. And my daughter is actually $250. Is a big chunk, just because it's a 20-year-old, I guess. So anyway, so this is what I have on my checking account right now, left over. Geico alone is $673. Okay, I have $123 left. So if I take 80, they haven't charged for Wi-Fi yet. I have $43 left. 79, and this is a credit card, minimum payment. I'm minus 36, minus 10 for Discover Plus. I have minus 46, minus, this is an Amazon card for my husband too, and that's $36. So we're not gonna do Coach. I'm not sure. I think there was $4 that we just saw in Affirm that I am not gonna worry about. Miscellaneous, gas, so based on what I have here, just in case this one has to go too, I think I'm gonna be, at like $150 over my budget. So let's leave that there, so that at least I know how the budget is going. Scary, not really. I'm more treated as I am aware. I am aware of the bills that are coming, the things that I have to pay, and the amount of money that I have left over. So now we go to my cash. Any account where you have, let's leave this here. Any account where you have movement of money, you should track. So the envelopes that I pull, the money that I pull actually, the money that I pull, where are my envelopes? Here. This is my checking account again. The envelopes, this money that I pull for sinking funds and for some variable expenses, like my big item is my food grocery envelope, is here. I also track the cash, and that is a completely separate sheet. So I come to my wallet. This is actually more not for you to be scared, because I know there's like different steps. I actually do this long thing during the weekend, beginning or end, you know, at the end of the weekend, because that's when my grocery, like my envelopes, move the most. During the week, they don't really. I don't go do groceries during the week because I just don't have time. So yeah. So this is what's left over. These are my receipts. So I know that I went to Costco the other day to get some stuff, berries and croissants and toilet paper. And Aldi, this is my big receipt. So I come here, I know that I have 50, 100, 110, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have 118 left over. Let's just leave it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna speed this up. What I'm gonna do here is just track my receipts and yeah, the expenses, what I spend in cash. Okay, so I have Aldi, and here again, I don't worry about the cents, so I always round it up. The amount, what I spent was $2.12 and 35 cents, so I just did $2.14. Why $2.14? Because when we were leaving Aldi, there was this gentleman asking for money. I totally feel bad. I didn't have like a lot of singles when this happened, so we gave them $1, and you know, and that's why it's the $2.14 for here. Okay, so Aldi is done. Costco, $43. It was $42.47, so I just round this up. So that's Costco. We went to Publix that same day for $57, and actually, the food court happened at Costco. We were starving. It was like almost 4 p.m. And we just decided with my daughter to grab some food, and actually we brought stuff home from the food court, so they didn't have to cook. Okay, so counting all of that, and I probably overdo this. But I also do it here. This is a mini tracker that I keep in my wallet. So some people like it, or need it, I guess. Some people don't. I do like to see how much I have left just by looking at this. I don't have to pull everything, because it really gets very disorganized, like all the bills and whatever. So counting in front of the cashier, or you know, I don't like to like have my money like right there in front of everybody. So when I turn the envelope, I just look at how much I have left, and I make decisions like that. Okay, so exactly like this. Aldi, Costco, Publix food court, Aldi, Costco, Publix food court with all of the amounts. And I don't know why, but I like this with pencil. $4.57. I'm just gonna go one by one because I am kind of nuts, and just give them the balance. So I have 118, which should be exactly what I have in cash. So let's count. 50, 100, 105, 110, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And it matches. So I am a happy camper. And this has been tracked. And it goes back to my wallet. And on my groceries, I keep this like outside of the envelope so I can see how much I have. I know it's like this. So I know I have, like it is up to date and I have the money right there. I haven't spent anything in food. And the way I know is because, again, this is 7/7. I used $19. Oh no, I added $19. This is when I added my money to the envelope. So I have 21 and I haven't used anything. Same thing with health and beauty. That's how much I have left. I don't even have to open it. And the snacks, I haven't used this one in a little while. So okay, so wallet is up to date and it goes back to my purse. Now, the highlighter. Highlighters, some people like it. Some, I guess, it's not necessary. I kind of like them. So, because at the end of the month, when I close, it's easy to see how much was in food, how much was in, in miscellaneous or whatever. This is my cash tracker. So, and it was all food. I didn't spend in any of the other categories I have cash for. And that is, I know food is purple. And that is basically what I do with trackers. When I highlight, I know my mini trackers are already up to date. So anything that's highlighted, where is it? Anything that's highlighted is already on the mini tracker. So I don't have to worry about. And this, I already tracked them too. So everything is highlighted. Everything has been tracked on my mini trackers. Everything is also tracked in my wallet. And I did enter, yes, I entered the amounts that have already been pulled from my account. And my cash is up to date. And I think I am done. The only thing, and this is so you know why I don't freak out, because I have like 150 or whatever over in my budget. I do know now that I have a little over $100 left over in my food envelope. So, and I also know that I pull all of this for sinking funds and fun and health and beauty. So now it is my decision how I am gonna cover those 150-ish dollars that I'm gonna go over. I can not use the $100+ that I have left on my wallet and just put it towards here to cover what's left over in the month. I can, not ideal, but it is what it is, pull money from one of these sinking funds. Obviously it will affect them, but there's some pay periods, I guess, that it happens. And I am thankful that at least I have this option. The other option, I have some money in my fund envelope and I have a little bit more money in my health and beauty. So I can pull that money too. So it's not a matter of not having the funds. To me, that overflow, I guess, like, that I have on my bills in my spending so far, I do have these options. So again, not ideal, but I'm not gonna have to rely on credit to cover this. And and there are months that are like this. There are months that are definitely better. And that's how we treat it, and that's how we go. And I actually feel comfortable with this. Every pay period for me is a brand new sheet, and I go from zero. Like, there's nothing on my checking account. There's always a little something, even if it is $5. I don't care. They're there, and we can use them. But I don't usually roll over that amount to the next pay period. I start brand new every time. And that's about it. Everything has been updated, and I'm a happy camper now. And I'm gonna go over with my day. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel, so more people can learn, grab tips, whatever it is, from me. And I also like to learn from others, because there's, as you can see, stuff that I definitely need to get better at. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.